Good morning, everybody. It's Javier, and I'm super excited to be with you here today on our very last and final MLO training webinar for a Saturday. I've got some news for you in regards to the different parts of the industry, kind of what we are doing, what we're going to do, but most importantly, to give everybody here the opportunity to ask away. And in case you have any questions, concerns, anything whatsoever, to go ahead and ask now, because this is really the only place we have for you to do so. And I'm making ourselves available during the week for different reasons as well. And so let's go ahead and get started with all that information. I want to start by just making sure that you can see. Let me just pull this up real quick, making sure you can see what I'm seeing so that you can go ahead and make the most of it as well. So let me just go ahead and fire this up in just 1 second. And again, thank you all for being here. Now we have more people that are going to be coming in. That's fine. I'm just going to let them in on a one individual basis. There you go. You do see it on the screen. I want to start by first and foremost letting everybody know that one of the things I've been pushing for a very long time with Marketing Boost has been to add Cabo San Lucas to the list of destinations. Well, I'm happy to report that this coming week, it's going to go live. And from a marketer's perspective, because that's what I am, a marketer, and hopefully that's what you are as well, you know the importance of having something that has universal appeal. Cancun is great, don't get me wrong. However, it comes with its own challenges. The fact that it's a couple of time zones ahead makes it a little more challenging for some people. It's a lot further to get to. It's a 5.5-hour flight. It's also more expensive, obviously, because you got to fly further and on and on and on. Well, starting this week, we are going to be adding, again, the Cabo San Lucas, which is at the Playa Grande Resort and Grand Spa. And I would encourage everybody here, to do their part to make sure that you're leveraging this to further your business, whether it's the mortgage business, whether it's the real estate business. This is something that you're going to need, because moving forward, when I say forward, I'm talking about 3-5 months from now. You're going to see a tremendous number of people leaving the industry for the simple fact that the pond that we've all been fishing in is drying up. And I mean that truly, meaning that rising rates are wreaking havoc. And the truth is, because we still have a lot of people that are buying and pushing their last minute deals through, we haven't really felt it. But I don't wait until that happens to make adjustments as I need to. We're going to make them now, and I'll talk about some of those right now, because like I said, if you haven't done the whole marketing approach to real estate and mortgages up until now, it's a little too late. I don't believe in dealing a false hope. So one of the things that we're going to do as it relates to this is we're going to circle the wagons, if you would, and take a more technology driven approach to helping our MLOs market. What we are not going to do anymore, we're not going to do, like today will be the last day, and I actually have a gift for all of you that are watching this, and that is going to be a last minute way of hopefully learning how to market yourself as a realtor, as a loan officer, with whoever you might be. We get a lot of people on this call, on this webinar, that are not even part of Radiant anymore. And so therefore, we're not going to continue that approach moving forward. This is the very last Saturday morning MLO training webinar. We're going to be leveraging the power of YouTube, where we're going to have our channel, which all of you should hopefully be a part of already. I'm going to be doing some one-on-one training with some of our actual MLOs as well. But if you're not part of Rating, you're hanging your license with us, you're going to get zero in regards to that as well, for obvious reasons. I wanted to just recognize Mr. Rhett, but he's actually on the call. He's still in Europe. We just got back from the cruise, which was simply incredible. Excuse me, simply incredible. There's Rhett and Rosa as well. We had a tremendous time. We were aboard the Splendor, which is a tremendous ship. And I just wanted to recognize Mr. Rhett for being there, but he's actually on the call. I can't believe it. It's 4 p.m. or whatever. I think 7 p.m. over Saturday night in Paris. We left there. We disembarked in Venice. My wife and I stayed there 2 more nights, and then we went ahead and flew home. Well, Rhett decided to go travel all over Europe, and then he ended up going to Paris. And then from Paris, he went to London. Sorry, he went to Paris only, and he's still in Paris, I believe, right, Rhett?
Yeah, she wants to go to London and Dublin, but I think we're coming home tomorrow.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, but it's just a tremendous experience for those that haven't been out there. I encourage you to do so, and that's part of the reason that we're going to be making some of these changes. Anyways, to get right into the business of it, I mean, it's no big secret that applications are down and will continue to go down. This is just something I pulled up this week. This is actually old. It comes back from the week ending April 22nd, and one of the things you'll see there, it just simply says it was the seventh straight week of falls, and then on top of that, the refinance index sank 9% and the purchase index sank another 7.6%. The average contract for a 30-year fix, 5.37, which is actually higher now. That's the highest since 2009. And, you have to understand that all this really revolves around rates have been good for so long because they've been artificially down. And I think the one thing that you've heard me mention time and time and time again has been recession. If not a recession, the fear of a recession is going to be, in my opinion, going to be dictating so much of what's happening. And I was actually up in the air flying home, watching the news on my iPad, and they were talking about how for the next Fed meeting, they're actually going to try to raise it a full half a point, which I could have told you that, and that's still not going to be enough. And so the point that I'm making is that we're not changing anything. HBAC is not going away. RMB is not going away. We're not going away. We're just simply, at least on my end, and I'm speaking for myself only, and Red's going to follow up with his thoughts in just one second. I just finished another webinar, and I was telling him about a gentleman by the name of Wayne Gretzky. And one of the things that Wayne Gretzky was known as, he was known as the Great One. And when they asked him, what made you the Great One all these years, his response was, when he was playing, he would go to where the puck was going while everybody else went to where the puck was at. And so for me, I'm just simply shifting my time as it relates to Saturday mornings. We're going to replace the Radiant Mortgage Bank marketing webinar that we've been doing for years. And by the way, I can't tell you how proud I am of the fact that we have helped people make millions of dollars in commissions, both within Radiant, outside of Radiant, in their mortgage companies, in their real estate. I mean, we brought a lot of value, and I thank everybody for being part of this, but it got carried away a little bit to the sense that we haven't been able to put as much focus on the individuals versus, we got people here that are not even with us, and they've been benefiting from it, which is fine. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But during times that change, like right now, I have to be very picky with what I do and where I spend my time. And I would rather much do that in something that I believe is in the upswing versus the downswing. Real estate, mortgages, life insurance, so many things are cyclical in life. Every business has its cycle. And so for me, it's not a negative thing, but I have no shame in shifting directions of where I spend my time. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be replacing the Radiant Mortgage Bank Saturday morning meetings with agents of the power. We're going to be replacing it with solar. I wish I had the actual, let me see. I'll see if I can even pull it up so you can see what I'm talking about. 1 second as I pull it up. And so I just want you to understand that for me, I think, and these are just my personal thoughts. Let me see if I can pull it up here. My responsibility to myself, like it should be for yourself, is that I want to make sure you understand that ultimately, when you picture your professional life, what do you envision? What do you see? And for me, I start with my life. I mean, I'll tell you right now, if you were to ask me how do I picture my professional life, the main word that I would generate would be results. I am results driven, meaning that if I'm going to say that I'm a professional, now before I say I'm a realtor, a loan officer, or a life insurance agent, I don't believe in that. I believe in identifying yourself as to what it is those vehicles can achieve. And so for me, results. I love results. I love getting paid. I love people getting paid. If I'm not getting paid, or if the lake that I'm fishing in is going to shrink, why would I keep fishing? I could, but I don't need to spend as much time to generate the same amount of income. If you were to ask me, what do I see in the future? I see the rest of the world continue to close business on all fronts. Might not be to the same degree as before, but they're not going to go away because they are so well established with referrals, what we call tap rooting, and many other great things. And at the same time, I see a lot of people who have been trying to find their footing in this industry getting washed away. That's just the way it is. That's the reality of the world. If you haven't been able to figure it out during booming times, you really think you're going to be able to figure it out? Well, at least I can't help you do that. I can't do that. There's somebody out there that might be able to help you do that, but I'm not your guy. Because again, for me, the puck, meaning my time, is going to be shifting, and I don't have it, but I just wanted to really badly show you a slide. It's not even it is a slide. Let's see. Let me see one more time if I can pull it up. and show you what I'm talking about and the effect that what I'm referring to. So I'll try. Let me see if I have it here. Hold on. If not, I'll just go try to wing it. Let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on. All right. So hopefully this one does it. And so what this basically boils down to is when I see the Walter Meneses of the world that went from no experience, never done anything to making money with power, or Sally, or I can't even begin to tell you how many realtors, loan officers are making not just good money. As a matter of fact, let me show you something. I was in the plane. I was flying back this way, and I came across this, that I wanted to share this with you as we leave you, because for some of you, this will be our last our meeting. My recommendation is to always keep this on your phone or somewhere so that you understand what you need to do and what you need not to do when it comes to succeeding in business. There are things you like to do. Oh, this is me. I'm using myself. I'm not saying anything negative about anybody. I'm using myself as an example. Things I like to do, things I'm good at, things that make money. And then somehow I always manage to scribble in between what I really do. And so for some of you, like I said, it's important to never lose sight that your number one responsibility to yourself is to generate money if it's an income opportunity. If it's not an income opportunity, if you want to be just a nonprofit realtor, loan officer, then that's a different story. But most of the people that I work with, we've helped make millions of dollars in commissions. But like I said, for many others, it just simply has not. And so my recommendation to you is to understand and ask yourself, what is it that I intend to do moving forward? Because I think for some of you, being very blessed to be subsidized maybe by a spouse or a job or another opportunity, you can still do that. But I think that just me being myself and being upfront about everything, I would rather put my Saturday mornings, which are going to be, like I said, with power for those that are actually signed up. So if you just want to come to kind of check it out, it's not for you. We're not doing that. These are only for people that are actually signed up. For those that are still with Radiant and your licenses hanging with Radiant, I will personally be helping you, succeed, because it's going to get very, 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 with an emphasis on very tough for a lot of people. Car membership in the California Association of Realtors already is taking a slight dip. Wait till the annual renewals kick in. Car, NAR, we're talking about the NMLS. I know one school is shutting down. And so what I'm getting at is that, I have no shame in my game when it comes to shifting my focus, because I want results. Now, I don't care if I ended up in Europe on this beautiful, incredible trip because of the fact that a bank sent me because of the mortgages I closed, or a life insurance company, or a solar company. All I care is that I was there, that I qualified, and so on. And so my recommendation to all of you is that if you're doing really, really good, well, keep doing it. If you're not doing good, understand that you're going to have to step up your game just to maintain what you were doing. And don't be surprised if the same amount of efforts gets you less results. It's just that the market is shifting. I'm not discouraging anybody from anything. For me, Saturdays are prime real estate time-wise, and I'm just looking for how can I maximize it for myself and for other people. Again, I don't even know how to begin to tell you how many people we've been helping already on the solar side that is subsidizing their mortgage business. It's subsidizing their real estate business, and pretty soon it's going to probably surpass that income as well. So you don't have to choose which one you're going to go after, but you should be very smart about how you go at it and what you lead with as well. If you haven't read this book, I want to give you a copy of it. Who Moved My Cheese? Has anybody read it? Anybody?
Yes.
Who can tell me real quickly? What does it say? What is it about?
It's a great book. It's about this mouse that was determined to continuing to look in the same place for his cheese because his cheese was gone. And instead of, it was two mouses. One was open-minded and he went to find where the cheese went. And the other mouse was just continually looking in the same place for the cheese that have moved. And obviously, the end of the story.
Perfect. Sure. And as you see here, it says an amazing way to deal with change in your work and in your life. And whether we like it or not, whether we are ready or not, change is coming. And I'll be the very first to tell you, and Red is here to back me up. I've always spoken my mind based on facts because I've seen this movie before and I know exactly what's going to happen. Doesn't mean we stop doing what we're doing. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just simply saying that we have to be on our toes and respect the fact that change comes and it's going to affect us all in one way or the other. And what's the cheese in our world here? What would you say is the cheese realistically in our world? This is Radiant.
Rates going up.
Okay, rates is one of the cheese, but the cheese that we're after is really money, isn't it? I mean,
True.
I like getting paid. I like getting paid. I mean, and I don't like it when I'm not getting paid. I always ask myself, what do I need to do? If I'm not getting paid what I believe my time is worth, you know, what is it? It was a great feeling for me. I was in Europe having a great time. We come back, and in the process of being gone for 10 days or whatever, I had $20,000 deposited from various different places. I like that. I like the fact that I don't have to be the one doing the work and having to be here for the work to be done in order to get paid. I just like that. But as it relates to the cheese being moved, let me tell you something. It is being moved. So you just simply have to go to where it's at. And what I'm referring to is you're going to have to step up your marketing game, or you're going to have to learn to subsidize yourself to stay in the industry by leveraging something else. That's all you can do. I'm not giving up my license. I'm not doing anything. I'm just simply not spending a lot of time because it would be unrealistic for me to expect my team to produce in May what they were producing May of last year. All the intention in the world, all the commitment in the world, all the license in the world don't mean a damn thing when rates mathematically make it impossible for 80% of the people to even refinance. That's just the way it is. And so we have to subsidize. Some of you can subsidize it with real estate. It's amazing how many real estate agents keep posting and over posts about how, are you waiting for the market to crash? A lot of my clients are saying that the market's going to crash. Let me educate you as to why this one's different. Listen, nobody gives a crap about that because number one thing that matters the most is consumer confidence. It's how people feel. It's not what really is going on. It's what it feels. And so therefore, you're going to have to market a different way than try to beat them back into the market. So there are ways to do that. One of them is through incentives. Another one is through more level education, but don't go out there telling people that they're dumb for feeling a certain way. Understand that a lot of them are very apprehensive, as I think they should. So we have two types of the book comes in two formats: the full PDF version of the entire book, Who Moved My Cheese, and then we got people that just to save their life, they couldn't read a book because they just refused to make time for it. So we have a second version, which is what's called the business summary, or Biz Sum, which is only 6 pages. And so hopefully you can read one of them. So I'm going to start by giving you, let me give the link to you, and just let me know if it opens up. I'm going to start by giving you the actual Biz Sum, which is the summary. It's only 6 pages long that you can literally read in half an hour. So let me just go ahead and do this one. Let me know if that opens up. That's the business summary, the short version of it. And now I'm going to go ahead and share with you the big one, the entire book in PDF format. So can anybody let me know if that worked? If it opens up, it'll work.
The business summary worked.
Okay, good. That's the first one. Okay, so that works. I just gave you the entire thing. The beauty about this is you can now download it onto your phone. Actually, I used to use my laptop on planes. I never do that. I started using my iPad. I have the iPad Air, the bigger one. I also have the Mini. I didn't use either. I just used my phone. I read on my book, on my phone. You can just open up the PDF. Did the second one work? It should, if the first one worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay. And so my recommendation is to do that because I'm telling you, you are going to have to massively step up your marketing game, understanding that even if you gave it all you have now, we have a lot of people who never closed their first deal. We have a lot of people who didn't close one deal a quarter like we told them they have to close, that those people are not going to go to more than likely zero ever until the cycle comes through again in 8, 12 years or whatever. And so therefore, I wouldn't hold my breath for certain results to be generated in a certain market. I hope you don't take it the wrong way. If you are with Radiant person, I'm telling you, we are going to be doing a lot of one-on-one stuff to make sure that you're up to snuff, but you're going to have to do the heavy lifting. Also, while I was on the plane, I was on the damn plane for 11 hours. So of course I'm going to browse every single thing I can because I didn't want to sleep to kind of reset my schedule, my body schedule, and it worked. And so here's a realtor, Eddie Espinosa is his name. I don't know what company he works for. I don't know what, but I know him as a realtor. I didn't know he was doing this. He says he was trying to say we have transitioned over to seller, helping our clients save money. That's a smart cookie right there. Not just because of the solar, but because of the, now if I'm going to switch or I'm going to transition my effort, doesn't mean your license, you have to give it up. Doesn't mean you don't do mortgages, doesn't mean you don't do real estate. But if I'm going to go ahead and start, laying down another track to help bring in a new source of revenue, personally, solar is the way to go. I actually finally had my personal solar installed while I was in Europe. I wasn't here. Beautiful, beautiful thing. And so I am ready to get to work there. And again, it's amazing how many people out there in, real estate mortgages and so on are learning to do. Here's another person, another realtor. I didn't know they were doing solar. But the point that I'm making is that I'm not telling you that, HVAC radiant, this is going to, no, we're still here. If you're with us, you're with us. But if you're not with us, you're not with us. I want you to be very, very clear that the marketing support and everything else is coming to an end because it's a lot easier to focus on a few key people than try to inspire the world. The best way to describe it personally, as it relates to Radiant Mortgage Bank, as it relates to life, I would much rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. And that's just simply the way it is because it's a lot easier to focus on and give them the support like I've always wanted to do, but it was just simply too many people. So anyways, this is pretty cool to see all this weird stuff that I knew nothing about. I'm learning, making business. And so again, another realtor, this is different. This is for life insurance. She's with the company called the PHP, blah, 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 bless your heart, but additional income, spare time income, supplemental income, whatever the hell you want to call it, unless you are super well established. And even then, the reality is that when market cycles start to go down, everything goes down with it. A rising tide, lifts all ships, right? All boats. But when it goes down, it has a tendency to do the exact same thing. Also want to encourage you to learn, not to learn, but to never forget the importance of Canva. More and more tools are rolling out that are customizable on Canva. This week while I was in Europe, I had 2 people reach out to me for help on Zoom. And the answer was, I didn't even reply to them. I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. We've been talking about Canva forever. You want me to really take time away from Europe to walk you through something that you can just go to youtube.com and type in, how do I use Canva? Very, very simple, but do that. Here's something that I would encourage you all to do. There is a Marketing Pro packet. I'm going to give you part of it today, and the rest will be going to that group that I'm telling you about. If your license is hanging with Radiant, you're going to get the entire packet. If you're not, you're going to get a snippet, and that's going to be it. As it relates to that, if you're part of Power, the good news is Power is moving to Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We actually have other people that are coming on board from the East Coast. We have other people that are joining us from different industries and mostly from the real estate and mortgage world. And so it's going to continue to grow and to swell, if you would. And I want to make sure everybody here that wants to be part of that is part of that. If not, like I said, no hard feelings. It's been one hell of a ride. What I'm sharing with you right here comes from a company that allows you to customize everything to your own name. And I'll give you an example of it in just 1 second of what I'm talking about. Remember, if you're going to be doing the mortgage, moving, God forbid, real estate, but if you're going to be doing the mortgages as well, you're going to have to learn to grow your list of people interested in your services. It's very, very simple. And it's not just about, let me lower your rate. Take those postcards and burn them because those no longer work. We're looking for people primarily that are looking to do cash out, and you better have the marketing materials for the cash out side of the house, which is alive all the time. Okay, it's alive all the time. Purchases are going to be lesser, but they're still going to be around. You get 100 social media posts, which is the one that you see there. By the way, if you're with Reading, you're going to get the link today to everything. Okay, to everything. 50 Instagram stories. If you're not familiar with Instagram, you need to understand how Instagram works because there are now different tools you can use to post on all of your social media platforms at the same time. Excuse me, at the same time. And you have to understand, though, how to leverage them. These are quotes. We're talking about not just looking for people buying or selling or refinancing, but looking for just people to connect with to make them part of your team if your platform allows it. We're talking about 50 articles, just things like you see here on the screen as well, and many, many others. Marketing for beginners on Instagram, Facebook ads for beginners, SEO, marketing your business, a guide to YouTube marketing, and many other things. The good news is it's $29 for the social media pack, $29 for the ebook pack, or you can pay $40 for the entire thing. Like I said, if your license is with Radiant right now, then you're going to get the whole thing for free. That's just how simple and powerful it is. But the part that I really want to leave you with today before I hand it over to Rhett is something else that's near and dear to my heart, and that is I'd like to see people given the opportunity to succeed in whatever they want to do. This same company actually created a different pack. Of course, they sell data, is what they're selling, and hope. And I think they're doing a great job. They have one specifically on the real estate side, which I think you should consider as a mortgage, as a real estate professional, because it allows you to do the same thing, but on the real estate side. 100 social media posts, as you can see there, the real estate no recycle, blah, blah, blah. It's all included. 50 Instagram templates. As you can see, 6 reasons why you should buy a house when? Right now. My real estate role model. I mean, and just on and on and on. And this works not just for real estate, but of course, it's the exact same thing for mortgages. It's the same thing. So if you are part of Radiant Mortgage Bank, you're going to get this bad boy as well. We're talking about articles. One of the best things to do is to generate conversations on your post, whether it be on social media, whether it be on more traditional YouTube or anything else. Here's just a few of the things, because remember, if you want to survive and you actually want to make money, because there's a lot of people that have a real estate license, a mortgage license, and make no money. If you actually want to make money, it's going to be very difficult, much more difficult to monetize your license. So you better be on the ball. Here's just a few of the things that I like to talk to people, even though maybe I don't own investment properties. Maybe I've never sold an investment properties, but it starts the conversation real well. 5 steps to protect your property this winter. 5 tips to effectively list your house online. 5 upgrades to increase the value of, silly things that for those that say, nah, I don't think I want to be posting on that. Well, guess what? You're going to be washed out. It's just that simple. Ebooks, the same thing. You're going to get 6 ebooks, the top 6 real estate crowdfunding platforms. So this is just to give people information, whether you need it yourself or not, doesn't really matter. It creates the conversation. Now, here's an example. I'm going to be staying as a mortgage loan originator, and I want to get more loans. So I'm just going to simply tell people, click here to obtain a free ebook on the top 6 best real estate crowdfunding platforms, if that's what somebody's into. Now, most people that buy stuff never open it, let alone when it's free. But it's about you creating the conversation that will eventually, hopefully, turn into something beyond that. Here's an example of what it looks like, blah, blah, blah. Here's nothing that's going to be very sexy for people. Beginner's Guide to Rental Real Estate Investing. Again, whether they qualify, maybe they have no money, they're broke, crappy credit, who cares? Let people dream, and because of the fact that you gave it to them, you're going to get their contact information as well. That will, again, put you in front of them as well. You can label yourself as a loan officer. You can label yourself as a real estate agent. You can put your real estate logo. You can put nothing, just your name and email if it doesn't solicit any business. Remember pencil and all that other crap. If it doesn't require that, then you don't need any of that. But if you want to just brand yourself, you can do that. And it's just simply an incredible way to do that. Something that's very, very sexy right now is house flipping. 99% of the people that want to do it, try to do it, will never do it. But again, at least you started to build up your reservoir of potential prospects or business partners or whatever the case might be. And so again, here's another one: how to build wealth with house flipping. Javier Rodriguez, there's my cell phone number. Now, I'm not distributing this, just so you know. This is just stuff I put together on what? Canva. The files that I'm going to share with you are 100% compatible with Canva. And I'm going to show it to you here in just 1 second as well. Good information, by the way, that even maybe you don't even know, but it will just simply teach you how simple it can be to elevate yourself. We want to, remember, I've said this a million times, you want to raise your stock as an individual, that people say, man, because of this person, I know more. So therefore, this person really knows what they're doing. Let me ask you a question, and I don't think you're going to be able to answer it because of the stupid thing that I have in the back. But let me turn it off for 1 second. Hold on and see if just one quick question. Okay, so here we go. So just let me know. Okay, here it is. All right, here we go. What is this? Anyway, stupid question, right? What is it? A what?
iPhone.
Cell phone.
Yeah, it's an iPhone. Okay. Now, do you see how it's got 3 lenses, right? What are they for?
Pictures.
What
And
is it?
video.
Video, pictures, 3, right? What's this little white one there?
The light.
Okay. What do you call it?
The flashlight.
The flash. Yeah, it's basically flashlight, whatever you want to call it. But what's that right below it? You see the other one? You guys see it? Right below it. Right there. Hold on, let me see if I can clean it up.
Isn't it for 3D?
You see, guys see the circle on the bottom?
We can see it. What is it?
That's believe it or not, here, let me just go back over here. Believe it or not, that's a LiDAR.
Panoramic. The big maybe.
The what? What was that?
A panoramic view.
No, that's all done with the actual lens. If you're a realtor, if you're a loan officer, and you don't know this, let me just show you one thing real quick so you better understand what I'm talking about. I'll give you an example. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it up, but what I'm going to do is it's what's called LiDAR. Does anybody know LiDAR?
No.
Anybody? I know it from the History Channel.
So isn't it a layering process of breaking down the layers of an area?
Yes. It strips away layers, okay? And so that's where it got started. So let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. And so the way it works is, let me go back over here. Oh, here it is. So I just typed in LiDAR. So what it does, it's lasers that come down into the ground. A helicopter, sometimes a drone will scan an area, and then it'll start stripping away the trees. And then it'll strip away houses. And that's how you see the graves. And that's how you see pyramids that are buried. Unfreaking believable. But the challenge is that it's like $400,000 per unit, which is stupidly incredible. However, then it got adopted by like the Teslas, right? Where now it uses LiDAR and turns just a regular view into a 3D. You see those kind of views right there? Well, believe it or not, if you do have one, I encourage you to do this today. Let me pull it up and I'll share with you what I'm talking about that most people don't even know. And this one the one that I use, there's only 2. So let me just go ahead and pull up the name for you so you can kind of see it. Now this only works with an iPhone, by the way, which is why you should have one. Let's see. Hold on. And so what I'm doing is I'm pulling this, and it's free, by the way. It's so cool. If you want to impress anybody, it's called 3D Scanner App. 3D Scanner App. And so what that does, and let me turn it off let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. So let me go here, 3D Scanner App. That's literally what it's free. And so what I'm going to do is, if you notice, I'm going to go ahead. This is the app. Looks like a phone because it doesn't work with your phone. So the iPhone comes with the LiDAR system, which is the expensive part, but it's not native to the actual phone. There's no app for it. So when you fire up the 3D app that I showed you, as you can see, it just starts your phone. That's all it does, just like the phone. But when I hit the record button, if you notice, you're going to see in just 1 second how it starts to scan. And so what it's doing, you'll see it turn all pink, but when it goes all pink, it turns white. See how it's going away with the pink? You literally just paint with this. So I'm going around my room right now, scanning it, removing the pink on its own, just removing the pink. You don't do anything. Just as soon as it scans, it removes the pink. So now I'm done. And I'll show you where this goes, where I'm going with this. And so there, I just did it. It removed all the pink. So what I'm going to do is stop by hitting the red button again, start to process it. And as you can see, that's where it was going already. It turns it into a 3. You'll see it here just 1 second. And this is incredible what we used to use the 3D cameras for. Remember that? This will create a 3D. You can walk through an entire house in about 2 minutes. And just paint it. It's actually processing it. And under a minute left. And there's a million things you can do this on the real estate side of the house. It's almost done. And one of the things that it lets you do is scan it. There it goes. And so, I don't know if you can kind of see that. You guys see the room a little bit?
Wow. Yes.
I didn't do it, finish it, of course, but you see that?
It's like a video game thing.
Isn't it? And it's
Yeah.
part of the next generation, which are the goggles. Just so you guys know, I'm not going to get into it, but I mean, a 3D model. Look at that.
That
You
is
see
really
that?
cool, Javier.
So anyways, try it out if you have an iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone, get one. But the point of it is that it's just something that I think everybody here should have. But going back, because I got to bring Red on board because he's going to get sleepy here. He's in Paris. I just really want to emphasize, if you would, let me just go ahead and stop this. Anyways, I just wanted to really emphasize how important it is. So to kind of wrap it up here on my end, this is the very last general, and by general, I'm saying open to anybody type of webinar. We are going to be holding periodic ones with just those that are actually being sponsored by Radiant Mortgage Bank, and that's it. The tools like the folder today and so on is going to go to people that are actually being sponsored. We are replacing Saturday mornings, 10 a.m.s from Radiant. They're going to be going to the actual Power, which is what we're going to be, adding. It's been an incredible ride so far, and it's going to get even better. But nothing's changing. Radiant's here, blah, blah, blah. No, it's just the way we do business. Saturday mornings are prime time real estate. And for me, the prime time has come and gone as it relates to putting the mortgages first before anything else. They were coming second only to First Financial Security, which is my life insurance opportunity that I've been doing for 16 years now. And so therefore, it just kind of shows you where the priorities are going. What I want to do at this point is open it up to Rhett, and then we'll open it up to you. Any questions, comments, concerns, you can go ahead and voice them. Without any further ado, Rhett.
Thanks, Javier. Hello, everybody from France. Our last night here. We're getting on a plane first thing in the morning and heading home. We'll actually be home by tomorrow evening. But looking forward to getting home. I've had a great time here. Actually, I'm not sure that Rosa's looking forward to getting home. We've done so many great things while we were here, and then this Paris leg of the trip, we just packed all kinds of stuff in it. Just real excited about all the things we got to do. But going to get home, get back to work, and as Javier said, nothing is changing at Radiant. Everything's moving forward. In fact, just as the meeting started, I got a text that said, "Hey, my son needs his pre-approval letter updated. Can you take care of that?" So I'm going to take care of that as soon as we're done here. But we still have clients coming in. The business has slowed down a bit, obviously. Javier, you shaving? What are you doing? We've still got business coming in. The interest rates, have definitely gone up. Just since I've left, I saw interest rate on a file that when I left, the day before I left, the interest rate was at 5%. And yesterday when I converted it, they finally got me all their stuff. Had to tell them know that the interest rate was now 5.5%. And by the way, that was on a rate and term refi, primary residence, okay FICO, 660 FICO, I believe is what it was. But that's just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on in the interest rate market right now. And we just don't see it stopping. It's going to continue to go up. You are going to have to get much better at marketing, like Javier said. We're going to do our best at making sure that those folks at Radiant are you've got the best tools. We've got some new stuff coming out. We've been talking about that. It finally looks like it's here. We're going to be doing things a bit differently, as Javier said. We will still be posting some content onto the YouTube channel for everybody, but our the real good stuff, the actual training and the stuff that's we think should be exclusive. We're going to probably put through Slack channel, which we know everybody in our Radiant Bank is part of, so that you can go in there anytime you want. You can have access to it, but that way we're spending time with the people who are really part of us, so that we can spend more time with them. As Javier said, we're going to be doing a lot more one-on-one. I do a lot of one-on-ones now, and some of you have joined me on those, but we're going to continue to do that. Anytime you need help, all you got to do is text me, call me. I am available pretty much, as everybody knows, pretty much 24/7. And I'm going to continue to do that. I'm also excited about the new opportunity we're offering everybody through the solar plan. And it's working like really well for almost everybody that we have bringing into the company. At the end of the day, like Javier said, either you're going to do it or you're not. You're going to work or you're not. You're going to make money or you're not. Whatever we need to do, however we need to transition to make sure that we keep that cheese in front of us, is what we're going to do. And we've lived through these market shifts before. This is actually my third one in the business. Typically runs total, somewhere between 7 to 10 years, a typical cycle. I don't know where we're at in that cycle. We never really know until you look back and look at the history. But I will tell you that we are expecting interest rates to continue to go up. Would not surprise me that they continue to go up through the end of the year at least. And it wouldn't surprise me if we see north of 7%, maybe even higher than that. We don't know what it's going to take to get our the inflation in check and get everything back to way it needs to be, so that we don't go into some kind of a recession. So whatever you need to do, buckle down. If you need to just reapply yourself, the business is not going away. It's just going to be much tougher to get to. Now, that being said, like Javier said earlier, a lot of people are going to be getting out of the business. In fact, while I've been in Europe, I've talked to 2 people who were seriously considering going and getting a full-time job, because they don't know how they're going to continue to meet their financial obligations with the way things are going, because they just don't see it going back to the way it was in the last couple of years. And I said, you're right. It ain't going back to the way it was the last couple of years. The last couple of years have been phenomenal. And hopefully you took advantage of that. And you're not in a position where you're going to be really hurting here in the next couple of months. But if you didn't, like Javier said, get better at marketing, really laser in on what you need to do as far as getting the business that is out there, getting them to want to come to you. And you do that by being a benefit to people. And the more benefit you offer people, the more they want to come to you. And guess what? As long as you treat them with respect and you do the best job you can for them, they're going to refer you to their friends. And that's the premium stuff. When you can get a referral from somebody that you're not having to pay for marketing, you're not having to go out and hunt for, that is the stuff you want to do. So, Javier, I don't have anything else. I'm looking forward to our what's coming up here in the near future. I am not worried about our future. If you're going to be part of Radiant, we are still going to be here 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, we're still going to be here. So don't worry about that. If you need help, we are here for you. But we're just done with basically training the world, if you will, and spending our time doing that. When the truth of the matter is, most of you are have a direct line to us, and if you need something, you know how to get it from us anyway. So Javier, back to you.
Cool. Thank you so much, Red. And I just threw in there, I just threw into the comments the link to the real estate ebooks and articles, which is what I promised you we're going to get. Also, I threw in a link to the YouTube channel. So if you want to stay up to par with what's going on with us, you can go ahead and do that. If your license is actually hanging with Radiant Mortgage Bank, and before your NMLS license is with us, send me an email and I will send you a link. So just so you know what it looks like, and you will see it here. This is the Chrome. It'll look just like this, where it's a Dropbox folder. The Dropbox folder that has literally everything, from the videos to everything you see here. This is it. So send me a link if your license is hanging with us, not if you're with us in spirit, but I'm talking about like actually with us, your NMLS license. Otherwise, I just can't do that. If you're part of Power, we have another training that's going to give you access to all this as long as you're with us at Power as well. So if you're with Power, you'll be in good hands. And then lastly, I can't find it. I had it before I went to Europe. I don't know where it's at. I just wanted to take a moment to congratulate a few of the people that are doing great things with us. Red, Father Hector, Willie Ramos, Michael Johnson, Walter Meneses, all realtors, loan officers that are doing great on the Power side of the house. Sally is part of this as well. While I was gone, 3 more people had their first installs, and with an average commission of $7,000 per part. Like I said, I never wake up and say, man, this is a good day to be a realtor, a loan officer, a life insurance agent. I'm after results. I'm after tangible results, the results you can measure. And when for the lack of a puck goes somewhere else, I'm going to make sure that I go with it, because I don't have an ego to say that, look, listen, I've identified myself as a realtor for so long that I feel stupid or that. No, trust me, this is a decision that Rhett and I made like in 3 seconds, because of the simple fact that we've been around long enough to know what's coming. And for most people, they won't know it until they are behind on their bills. They refuse to admit the fact that this change is going to affect them like nothing else out there. And like I said, if for whatever reason, maybe you got here a little late to the game, but if you didn't make it work where the rates were where they were, statistically, it's going to be that much more harder. And I wish no ill upon anybody. Of course, I'm your biggest, greatest cheerleader. I just want you to understand that you better gravitate to this marketing approach and really know that you're going to have to work harder than ever before, realistically, to probably get less than we've ever been able to get for our efforts. And that's just the way it is. It's not the end of the game. I'm going to be building in other parts of the country. I'm going to start traveling again because I like to travel, number one. And number two, because there are key people in other states that are going to require. So I'm going to be going from California to Florida and a few spots in between. I also sent in the description, in the chat box, a link to the information on the Power side of the house, which is the solar side. And I believe that one is solarforrealtors.com. It's in the actual description as we speak. Yeah, there it is. Solarforrealtors.us. I'm sorry, solarforrealtors.us, where you can learn more, sign up, book a webinar with me, and so on. But what I want to do at this point, lastly, is just simply say thank you to all of you that have been part of this great journey for me. Just like Red's saying, it's not going to end. Unless you're not part of Radiant, then yeah, this is the end of the road for you with us. Or if you're part of Power or FFS, then we're going to still communicate with those other opportunities that are booming. And that's just the way it is. Questions, comments, concerns from anybody about anything? This is your opportunity. Please go ahead. Anybody?
Javier, I clicked on the link for the ebooks, and I don't know if I ended up at the right place.
Hold on.
There's a $29.
Hold on. Ebooks. Hold on. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, because they're broken down into the other ones. This is what I'm going to do. Investing. Okay. Becoming success in real estate, top 16 investing strategy. Oh, so it has to be on an individual basis. Do me a favor and try one more time. This is just one book. Then I can't do the whole thing. It won't let me do the whole thing. But let me do it like this. If you could go in there, it should take you directly to Canva. and this is the one that's titled 16 Become a Successful Real Estate, Become a Success in Real Estate, Top 16 Investing Strategies.
Okay, but that particular website I went to, I can purchase it and it'll give me all those ebooks and articles and stuff.
No, that was just, it won't let me do that for whatever reason, so I'm just going to.
No, I mean, if I purchase it myself, then it would.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the issue.
Okay.
Are you not with Radiant, Michael?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, what I'm saying, then send me the email and you're going to get the whole thing, the whole package.
Okay, cool.
Well, you know, yes,
Cool.
let me just send it to you right now. Let me just send you the whole Dropbox folder, the whole thing via the chat. Hold on, right now. Okay, so hang tight, and hold on, Michael. Let me just send it directly to you.
Okay.
Hold on, before I let you go, because I don't want you to read, because I got to go do a bunch of other stuff right now that I know of. So let me just see. Michael, any other questions from anybody while I do this, please?
Yeah, Javier, I'm not able to access that either. It's Vanessa.
Vanessa. Okay.
And I didn't want to say anything, but I literally just got out of the hospital on Friday.
Oh,
I've
are
been
you
there
okay?
since I've been there since the 14th. They have to have me on dialysis now. It's yeah. I'll talk to you later when you
Yes,
get back.
that's fine. That's fine. Don't bring it up. Okay, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Okay.
Get well, Vanessa.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, get better quick. Okay, and what are you logged in as? Because I don't think you're logged in as your name, Michael. Are you logged in as an iPad or something like
No,
that? Or
as Johnson.
Oh, Johnson. Okay, cool. It's Johnson. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, I see you. So this is going directly to you. This is now. Do me a favor. Click on it.
Like the bathroom, your bedroom.
The bedroom. What?
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Okay. Who else directly with HMAC and Rhett? You can verify this as well, please, because I don't have a list. I
Javier,
know,
if you want to send that to me, I can put it in the Slack channel, to where that way only LOs will.
Okay. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and do that then. Any questions, please? Anybody? Go ahead.
Javier, it's Hector.
Go ahead.
Is anything changing with the Wednesday meeting that we have for solar on?
Yes, it's going to come back. It's going to be coming to Saturdays at 10 a.m. now. That's what we're replacing it with.
Okay.
Saturdays at 10 a.m.
Okay.
All right.
Also, Javier, are we still having the little recruiting session before the training, or is it just going to be training?
Right now, we're just doing the training, and I'll tell you why later on, because of a couple of challenges with the scheduling. But right now, it's just that.
Okay, I just want to let you know, man, I had great success with the webinar that we did, and I videoed it. And so whenever somebody's interested, I just rerun the video. So
There you go. And that's part of the reason right there, the technology. Perfect. Okay, cool. Okay, anybody else? Questions, comments, concerns? Anything goes, guys, please. Anything. All right, well, if not, I'm not going to make it longer than I have to, but I just really do want to say thank you to everybody who have made the last, I don't know how many years, some of the best years of our life. I mean, talk about great money, opportunity to help people, show people what they're capable of achieving, and many other things that some of you are not even directly part of Radiant, you still were part of the family. But this is kind of where we part with some of you, not all of you. And if you're part of FFS or maybe, Power or whatever, we're still going to do that. Or with Radiant, then, you're still going to be part of that family. And we're going to put that much more focus on people on an individual basis to make sure that everybody's doing their part. But my last piece of advice for everybody, do not underestimate what's coming. That's the best advice I can give you. There's too many people still lollygagging, but thinking that no, it's just a little dip, it'll come back down. It's going to be career changing impact for many, many people, that when you hear, like Red says, like I got 2-3 calls this week about people, I'm out of here. That is nothing. Compared to what's going to come next year. And so for me, we just simply have to, buckle in, make sure that we continue to bring value to people, make sure our MLOs are better trained than ever before, and knowing that it would be unrealistic to expect to produce more than before when times are going to get a lot tougher. You're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to be a better version of yourself. But for those that are willing to pay the price, it's worth it. And for those that are smart enough to diversify where the income is coming from, and I'm not talking about between a mortgage and real estate, because they're in the same boat, but maybe real estate and solar, or maybe real estate and the job is better than, back in 2008 when we had a line of people at the Cerritos Auto Score handing in keys, of a bunch of loan officers and realtors just surrendering their cars because they just couldn't do it anymore. Don't wait till that happens. Make a move now. Get a job now. Get a side hustle now, so that way you can stay in the game, keep your head straight, and make sure that you're radiating positive energy versus desperation, which is unfortunately something that happens to a lot of people as well. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great weekend. As always, anything, just reach out to us.
Thank you, Javier, for all your classes and everything. Really, really appreciate it.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.